It's week 2 of the NFL, and we've got a showdown in the NFC North. It's the reigning NFC champs and the Lions on Thursday night.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead. And we're off in week 2. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
On 1st and 10, it's Newman. And he checks this one down to Williams. And some space here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
The numbers for Williams a week ago: 25 carries, 114 yards, and a score.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. Williams loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Wide open receiver, complete. And this is going to be Packer football. Here we go with the Packer offense, guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other accolades next to his name, of course. Aaron Rodgers leading the way. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And right away, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. And now, as with every potential turnover. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Off the option, it's Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and 2nd down. The numbers for Jones last week, very, very strong, well over 100 yards.
He should get the ball early and often here, too. I mean, when you're riding the performance of last week into this game, his confidence level has to be off the charts. Go ahead and keep feeding him.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Shoves him aside.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. They give it to Williams, running right. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the...
Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Lions have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2? Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Rodgers now on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play... like that occurs, you know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. Under pressure, they got him again. Looks like a 9-yard walk. And it also brings up 4th. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. With it is Brown. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit back in possession of the football. Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is. And we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have a rough opening game, have to play the Thursday game. That quick turnaround allows them to go ahead and throw the other game out, focus on the new one, and typically they play much better in game 2. So I would agree with you totally on that.
So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. Oh, he shifts past him. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Eric Stokes in on the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Newman. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Now Newman. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Here's Rodgers. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, it's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Looking deep for Adams. And got his man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown. Davante Adams, 40 yards. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Jamal Williams making his way back onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Newman. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
The Packers take over. Let's go, boys, let's go! At their own 11-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
64 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Now a first down carry by Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
To throw, it's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. It's caught here by Adams. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. On 1st down, it's Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for him?
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Lions. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offensive coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
64 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. And they'll throw on first down with Newman. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up third and about 6. Now it's Newman. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Jack Fox now as he's on to punt for Detroit. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On now is the Packers punter, standing just outside his own goal line. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
Let's go, let's go.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10, Newman again. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Newman. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for Detroit. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the shotgun, Newman. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So that challenge, a successful one. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And Dalton appears to be in a fair amount of pain here. He's still on the turf. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, then they might get hit with a screen. Maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From just shy of midfield, Rodgers setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers again now, escaping the pressure right. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Being chased out left. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going? Now Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with a line. Hey, Charles, give me water. Oh, geez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the second half. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, this complete to Jones. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
So that'll back him up 5. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Now Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 126 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Jones again. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That was a huge play on 3rd down. So now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
And his kick here is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
So here are the Lions to take over. They were losers a week ago to Arizona, but they're on top here as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. Newman looking to throw it. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
They run it again with Williams. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check curls. 51 to Mike, boy. 51.
Here's Newman to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mike's 50. Check.
Out of the gun, Newman. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Throwing again, Newman. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. On 1st down, Newman. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Packers' 21-yard line.
From the gun, it's Newman. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the 2nd half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the 2nd half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 132 yards rushing now on 23 carries so far. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Amari Rodgers, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Newman's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a throw here to his running back. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 16-yard line.
Again, Newman. This one swung out to Williams. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
Jamal Williams. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Newman. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Newman on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
A 27-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He has been a factor in a multitude of ways. Over 100 yards rushing. He's approaching that number in the receiving category, too.
And you know why I've always respected guys who can have these types of games? As a runner, you're going through a pile. People are raking at the football all the time. Your hands take a beating, okay? And to be able to still go out and catch the football in open field after going through that, that guy's dynamite.
He's been dynamite in this game so far. We'll see defensively if they have an answer, because they need to come up with something. The Packers on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Here's Rodgers now on the jet sweep. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. On second down, it's Jones. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Jones. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 14. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Off the option, it's Jones. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Jones. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards the pick up there. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Newman. And he checks this one down to Williams. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. The busy night continues for Williams. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge third down conversion. A gain of 6 there on first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Newman's throw complete there to St. Brown.
A gain of 6 there on first. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. He's back to throw. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Williams will try again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
And they'll try and throw for it with Newman.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Packers are going to win this football game. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And down he'll go at the 25. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Green Bay, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.